So, oh hello. Hello. Yes, so we're joined by Meme and we're also joined by her little toy that she just carries around the whole house. But today I'm going to be doing a really exciting video, also quite a stressful video because I'm not sure if this is going to even happen. So like, that's a fake plant. Oh no, she's playing with a mouse. So guys, welcome back to another video here on this channel. Today I'm going to be doing a bit of a challenge, mainly because I have just left this super last minute and I need to get it done. But I need to make a cocktail dress for a black tie event that I'm going to on Saturday. And I have nothing else to wear. There's no option B. I haven't designed this dress yet. I don't have a sewing pattern for it. And yeah, could be interesting. All I know is what fabric I'm using, and it's this fabric that I got from Pound Fabrics, which I think I've got a video for a haul for that. I'll link that down below. But it's this really nice jersey, and it's got these little specks of glitter, the outside of which is a little bit itchy, but the actual inside is more of a silky smooth finish. So I think it's going to be super comfortable to wear. I probably do need to be a bit more careful of the hemming, just so it doesn't itch me all evening. I'm not sure how much I've got of this. 1 to about 2 meters, so could be a little bit lacking. I do want to make sort of a maxi length dress, and I'm not sure that's enough. I think the first step really is to design the dress and draw it out, take some measurements and kind of understand what I can work with here, because with only 2 meters I don't think I could do the maxi part on the bias because I don't think there's enough fabric for that. But I could do it as just a standard straight fit, especially because it's a jersey. It will have a bit of stretch and a little bit more figure hugging. And then what I can do is then put maybe a slit down the side or something like that. So I'm going to have a little play around with some ideas. I'll let you watch me design. And then we need to create the pattern for it. Now, I hope you guys have some faith in me with this because I frankly don't. And I think it's going to be rather interesting as what happens with this. So let's see how fast I can get this done. Let's not long it out too much. It's now 1:15 in the afternoon and I've probably got until just before dinner, ideally. Obviously I might have to go over that, but I'm hoping not. Wish me luck. So I hope you can see, but what I've done is quite a simple design. I want to do kind of a halterneck style top with a really nice sort of curvature to the neck to the arm point. So it kind of sticks out a little bit from the actual neck band. And I wanted to go up to the waist here and flare out very slightly with a little slip here. And I'm planning to have a little seam running along here. And in terms of the back view, this little tie here will have a bow tie detail here. This will continue down the back as kind of an arched shape here. And then again, just a simple sort of back dress option here. Now I'm going to have to take some measurements just so I can make sure that I've got enough fabric for the length of the dress. Essentially what it means is that I need to have one long strip. That's not straight, but you understand what I mean. One long strip for the necktie and one front panel piece, and then for the back a piece like this and a piece like that. I'm going to have to work out the curvature a little bit more. Then a panel, which I think I might just do straight, to be honest, because if I do it slightly more tight fitting, I do think it means that it will stretch around the bottom area and just kind of flare out nicely. We'll have to see. If I need to make it more floral, I'll just add kind of a triangular piece in just to open it up a bit more. This will be one rectangle here. There'll be another slightly smaller rectangle here for the front panel. And then one larger back panel. So yeah, let me measure all this up and find out if the fabric that I have is enough. And then I will join you right back. Oh. Okay, so let me run through with you what I've marked up, and the good news is that it all fits. We have enough fabric for the length, and actually there's quite a lot left over, so that's just perfection, because if something goes wrong, I've got some spare fabric left to help fix it up. But yeah, let me show you the shapings that I've done. So yeah, hopefully you can see it just because I've used white tailor's chalk. So this is the front bodice piece that I want to cut out. I'm going to fold it in half and cut it on the fold just to make sure it's completely symmetrical. And then the top bit here is the neckband that goes all the way down. And then this large piece here is the whole circumference of the bottom. And I'm going to work out where I want the seams and stuff a bit later on. But I've measured this width as the waist measurement so that when it gets to the bottom, it stretches a little bit and has a little bit more shape to it. I think that's the easiest way to create some volume. One thing I realised I haven't done is do the back panels as well, which I'm going to base off this here. Well, actually what I might do is do that on the, once I cut this out, is put it on the fold and then cut around it so I can get a bit more idea on the shaping. Then in theory I should just start pinning on the mannequin, but do you know what? Just because of the lack of time, I think I'm going to go straight in with the sewing machine, and I could regret that decision majorly. But I know that I've got a bit of extra fabric if I need to tweak it, and yes, so wish me luck, because this could go so horribly wrong. But that's what the challenge is all about, right? Trying to get it done as quickly as possible and in the most wearable state possible. So let's get cutting the fabric. Okay, so I'm going to fold this in half where I've done the markings. And I've chosen this side that I prefer in terms of the shaping. And do that in half. And then because I like this shaping best, I'm just going to make sure that's all in line. I would probably say doing this with a rotary cutter might be a better idea. That's the skimpy back piece. The back panel. I might redo that, I'm not sure if I like the shape, but let's see. And then this top part here, this is with the seam allowance. I'm going to... Good. And then neck part. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to sew these two sides here first, and then do the hem on the arms here. Do the little bow tie, so I'm going to fold that right sides together, stitch all around there, and then I've got the long bottom piece which is for the base. Okay, it's super exciting. So battery died and I didn't really want to hold back my project any more than I already have, so I just kept going. But I thought I'd give you an update now that the battery has charged up a little bit more. So I finished off doing the upper strap. I've got a little gap open here that I'm going to hand sew. It's a bit hard to tell because it's a dark fabric. I've attached the neckband to the front panel. I've then hemmed the underarm part here with a very fine hem. I don't know if you can see that here. I just don't want the glitter to be too itchy, so I want minimal amount of glitter on the inside as possible. And then what I've done is attached the back bodice. Put in the light, there we go, the back bodice, and that's going to be attached to then the bottom of the dress. So I thought I would probably worth trying this on first as it is, just to see, because I may need to take in the back slightly if it's too wide, because I want that to sit nice and snug. I also just want to see how this drapes. So I'm going to take you upstairs and we'll go and try that on. So I'm actually pretty impressed with how it looks so far, because this is with the neck tied loosely. I don't know if you can see from the back. And it's got a really nice detail here, nice open back. There's a couple of bits I want to do. I want this to be a bit tighter, so what I'm going to do is actually reduce the amount of the back and create more stretch towards the front. And then what I think I'm also going to do is, do you see where the front and the back meet? I'm just going to make that curve round a little bit more seamlessly. And then, to be honest, I'm really happy with it. So this is the bit that I want to alter slightly here. But I think that's not too bad. I quite like that. And then what I'll do is, once I'm happy with the fit up here, is then I'll attach the bottom. With the whole piece being one piece, I'm going to start and end it here so that I've got a nice little slit on one side. Which side is probably the best? Probably the left. And so there's as little seam as possible and it will be nice and fitted. That's what I'm kind of hoping really in order to kind of keep things in place, is that I'm relying on the jersey aspect of this to keep it nice and secure. One thing I probably would want to do maybe is maybe make this, do this a little bit more. Or do you think it looks okay the way it is? I don't know, I think the thing that I'm going to, I want it to be quite modest. I don't want to feel uncomfortable, so I don't want to make it unnecessarily skin showing, if you know what I mean. So yeah, let me just do those couple little adjustments and then we'll go back to the sewing. Okay, so perfection. I have now tried on with making the adjustments on the top part and it's amazing. It fits perfectly. It's so snug. I've smoothed out the sides where it joins the back so you haven't got that little ridge there. I did, unfortunately, just as a quicker option, did a bit of a mid seam and it has meant that it looks a little bit uneven here. So what I may do towards the end is actually fold it over and do a little gather stitch here. So you can't really see then the thickness, the irregular edge. And yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attach the bottom piece. I'm going to measure, so this being the front panel, I'm going to measure 1/3 from the left as the starting point of the skirt and then wrap it round to the other side. And yes, moment of truth. It's actually, I'm actually quite impressed with the speed of this. It's actually not a complicated design and I'm actually really happy with the design that I chose because it could have been much more complicated. Anyway, let's not speak too soon because I've still got to try it on and it still may not look right. So let's not speak too soon. So let's get on with attaching the bottom. Right, so the bottom is done. I think the bottom's not completely straight, so I'm gonna have to fix the hemline probably at the end. But I'm going to attach it first. So this is the bottom. I've done a zigzag stitch from the waistline to the top of the slit. And then I've done just a simple hem with a straight stitch just along here. And that's going to go just above, the split is going to start just above the knee. And that's going to be on the left-hand side. So I'm now going to match up 1/3 of the left-hand side to the front bodice. Right sides together. Right, this is way easier for you to establish now what's going on. So this is the top, this is the bottom, this is the hem and the slit. This is 10 inches and this is 5 inches. I've just moved the proportion around. And then I'm going to line this up with 1/3 from the left on the top as well. So it's all matching. What I may do actually is just taper in this top part a little bit. So use this same seam line to reduce it by the same amount for this to match. Do you know what? I think I'm going to baste it together first and see what happens, and then decide after I've actually tried it on, because I think if I take out some on this seam, I think it'll be too tight on the bottom. So let me try them on first. Let me baste it first actually and then try it on. Oh my gosh, I am in love. Look how pretty it looks. I mean, the basting stitches didn't last me up the stairs, but what I essentially decided to do for the waist was I actually put in 2 darts at the back, but I think I'm going to have to increase the darts because they stopped here. I think I'm going to increase the darts all the way down to the bottom here. But we'll see how that works, because I think that's the only option. This is lovely, really lovely coverage. The back, I obviously won't be wearing this bra for the event, but it looks very nice. It is just this waistband that I need to fix, and I think otherwise I'm really happy. Oh my gosh, it looks so elegant. I love it. I was not expecting it to come out this, and actually I wasn't expecting it to be done this fast either. Off she goes. She's having one of those little hyper attacks. But yeah, I wasn't expecting it to come out so nice. And I think the fact that, obviously I'll have my little faux fur shoulder cover, it's actually quite appropriate for the weather. Even if it's a little bit chilly, I feel quite nicely wrapped up in this without showing too much skin. So I'm going to make those little adjustments and then I'll try it on properly without all this. I might actually just change the bra just so I can really understand what it looks like, and maybe even show you what it looks like with the little faux fur thing over the top. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I should go a little bit more arched. But brilliant. So tools are down and I can't believe this, but it's actually finished. I haven't tried it on yet, but there's nothing else that I think I need to get done. So I'm going to stop the timer now. So started at 1:15 and it's now 3:36. So not bad. Not bad at all. 2.5 hours. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'm really surprised by that actually. Especially considering I didn't actually know what I was making. Surprised. Right, let me show you what it looks like on, and I'm going to show you what accessories I'm going to wear it with as well, including shoes and the little faux fur jacket as well. Yeah, what a successful day. I even finished my Mia dress today as well. There's a few sort of just loose ends that I need to tie, no pun intended. And then yeah, that's pretty much, this dress as well was done in the afternoon and the other one was done in the morning. So it's been a very productive sewing day, and I'm actually really surprised. I thought I was going to be going into the night with this one. So here's the finished dress. How gorgeous. Little slit down the side. I'm not sure if I'm wearing these shoes or something else. They're not very comfortable, to be honest, these shoes, so I might give that a miss. It's all about the comfort. And then, hello Moon. And then what I think I'm going to wear is this is the faux fur, how does it work? This is the faux fur. Well, that could be a little bit over the top, don't you think? Do you think it's over the top? Or not really? This is kind of the vibe I was going for, and a hair updo. Do you think this is black tie, or do you think this is a little bit over OTT? Let me know. Maybe I need to get a different colour shawl. But I'm just loving the details on this. It's just so simple yet so elegant. So super excited. So I really hope you enjoyed. If you did want to make this, do let me know, because what I can do is use my pattern shapes that I used to make this dress to make a free pattern for you guys. So if that's something you think that you would enjoy or would make use out of, let me know and I'll create one for you. So if you want to see more sewing videos from me, I'm going to link a playlist here full of things like free sewing pattern videos and another one here with my latest haul. Till next time, bye.